going live.
Public safety in a nutshell is we go to people at their worst. You know, we're not getting calls to hang out at birthday parties and, you know, wedding invitations. We're getting the something's wrong and we need help now. 21 years is a long time to see a lot of bad things. First 5 minutes on this department, once I got released out of the fire academy, I went to a very tragic, fatal accident, and that one will stick with me for the rest of my life. It's not that I've become numb or insensitive to, you know, crashes and peril and damage and chaos, but we've honed our skills in to shut all of that out and actually do the job. Will I reflect on it days, weeks, months from now? Sure, I absolutely will. I carry all of those calls with me, and I would think with coming in later in life set me up for more of a success. I was a little bit more mature. I had, you know, life under my belt. I knew how to, you know, deal with certain issues, especially just living life in itself. You gain a lot of experience, wisdom, and knowledge, and I was already applying that from day one.
You got the, did somebody grab those already?
Why are you recording?
because I want to catch you saying something.
I'm Andrew Groneveld. I'm an EO technician here at KDPS Station 6. Been with KDPS for 9 years. I've been on the EO tech team just since last June. Like all KDPS people, I started on the street here working patrol. After a few years, I was able to get into the community policing unit. Did that for about 4 years, and then became a regular equipment operator working out of Station 2. Did that for a couple years, and then I actually went back to patrol for about 6-7 months, and then was able to get promoted into the EO tech spot.
What was that like coming onto the team? Were they welcoming? Was there a little bit of goofing off? Like how was that transition for you?
They were, of course, very welcoming. There's always goofing. The nice thing, they've caught on now, but for the first probably, 4 months, I could mess with all of them, hide their shoes on a run, do whatever it was, and they never thought it was me. Because they always blamed Austin or Mark, and for some reason they never thought it was me. They've caught on now, so I don't get away with it as often, but I used to be able to just pull these little pranks and nobody thought it was me, so that was a nice benefit. But they definitely welcomed me in. They're happy to teach me anything that I want to know on the new training stuff. I feel like I'm going to go to some of these classes and be like, oh yeah, I already know that. Josh showed me how to tie that knot already. Austin showed me how to do this. So it's going to be very beneficial just learning and soaking up some of these guys' knowledge.
Tank in there? They added another line, right? We should have more. That'd be the only possible way. Call the boys? Yeah. So there's water flow like down. 2 floors, I think. That stairwell there. All right, that's it.
However, we got to make our way down to the 3rd floor. And there's that water flow that's
Uno más. Wait, is this the same stairwell?
Someone taking any.
yeah, it's got a plane. I take the sleep out.
Looks like a great spot for it. Thank you.
Stephanie Alford, been with been here for almost 10 years in May.
Can you remember your first fire that you got dispatched out to, like real working fire, and what that was like?
I remember showing up to a fire with Skibbe, and we were all taking shelter because these people had fireworks on their front porch, and we were literally like, there were fireworks just going off. It was like the 4th of July, and then we were like dodging behind the freaking fire apparatus because we were about, like, it was just shooting out the front door, shooting out the window because the whole porch had like fireworks. So that was a crazy fire.
Things you don't expect when you go on a call is fireworks.
Nope, shooting everywhere.
Shut this off. I just see a small leakage over here, but
I worked on the north side at a Station 45 as an equipment operator up there. Then I just wanted a change of scenery, kind of a change of mission, having the big truck up here and working with a crew of officers. Having 4 people on an engine is kind of a fun thing to do when you show up to work, you're ready to work. I'm one of the, probably I'd say, more senior guys on the tech rescue team. I like learning new things. It came at a point in my life where I was able to learn a new skill set. I wasn't going to become stagnant. Started with rope rescue, then trench rescue, confined space, collapse. And I've been on the hazmat team for the county for several years, and now we've rolled the hazmat element onto the squad as well. So it's just been a perfect match, and it's what I needed. It was like a shot of adrenaline for my career the final years. I'm hoping I could learn and help teach some of the younger guys as they come through.
What do you think is a common misconception or something that a lot of people may have a misconception about public safety?
A lot of us are part of the community. I live right outside the city, but I go to church in the city. I shop in the city. Like, this is where I'm from. And so I chose to raise my family in this area, and my wife's family as well. They're in the area. So I think people sometimes have a misconception that we come here for work and leave, that we're normal people. As generic and cliche as that sounds, we're workers. We're here, and so and we're human.
My name is Austin Collier. I'm an EO technician out of Station 6. I've been with the department for 7 years.
How does your family feel about you doing this job?
You'd have to ask my wife. She is very supportive. I'm very lucky, and so are my parents and the rest of my family. I would be lying if I said they weren't. They were completely happy with my choice. I think they are able to understand. My wife is a nurse, and she goes in the helicopter and the ambulance in that job, and so she kind of understands it a little bit. But I am very blessed that they are very supportive of my career here.
I think that's great, though. That's a good dynamic that you actually have a partner that kind of has a better understanding of what you go through given their profession.
Yeah, it's definitely helped when we've both been through things professionally, that we can kind of talk to each other and kind of lean on each other in that way.
Could you ever imagine yourself doing a different job than this?
At this point, no. I think I'm pretty well established. I love being here and love doing what I do, and so I don't think there's any going back for me.
Ready? Our key is going to be getting water in deeper into the structure from this angle.
Yeah, we'll send fire attack in a second.
When the tones drop, what's the first feeling that hits you?
You get a little bit of adrenaline. You're like, let's go. And it's you never know exactly what you're getting into. I mean, sometimes it's just, you hear an alarm go out and somebody says you see smoke coming out of a window somewhere, and it turns out to be burnt food. Other times you get there, they're like, yeah, there's smoke came out of the windows and the eaves, and we got a room and contents, and you just go take care of it.
Can you remember your first fire?
I can't remember my first fire, but my first ride along here before I was hired, first call was a fire.
Really?
Yeah, it was a kitchen fire. And the guy I was riding with, he told me that this never happens, that the first call would be a fire. So I thought it was pretty neat, all the police cars showing up and you see everybody changing their fire gear, and everybody just knew what they were doing. I mean, they went from police mode to firefighter mode. That was pretty neat.
What are you going to miss most about this department?
It's always the people. It's always, I can trace this back to Marine Corps Day One. It's the people to the left and to the right of you. Those are the people that get you through the day. Those are the people that, get the job done. But you never forget the people. I've forgotten the jobs long ago that I've had. I will never forget the people. And it's the people here that I've been, Josh Brees and I have been, we were in the CPOs together. He chose a different path. I chose to get promoted. But even though that we chose different paths, here we are right back where we started, serving right along each other. So it's a good feeling, and that is what I'll miss most, is coming into work and being with these men and women.
I did at the end. I got it through here.
Hi.